All right, guys, so today I've got a short little video planned here, and it's on this truck. This is Gail's 1971 C20. She's a neighbor here to the shop. It's an old farm truck. It's pretty darn cool. Factory dark green and white two-tone. Is also a custom camper, trim level paired over a base model trim level. So it's kind of cool. It's got the green interior, which is a base model only interior color in 71 and 72. Again, this is a 71. And yeah, it's a cool truck. It's pretty darn solid and pretty original. Small block truck, automatic. It's been well cared for most of its life. It's in pretty darn decent shape. So what are we doing to it? We're gonna give her a bit of a makeover today. There's a list here of things that it certainly needs and some things we're gonna do to it and see what we can do to this thing to get it to kind of turn around today here in front of us. What can we do to this thing to make it look better in one day? A true one-day transformation. So here's a short list. We're gonna get right after it. Mirrors. I'm looking at them right now, so it's coming to mind. They're a little bit messed up. They got different kind of mounting bolts, and the holes are a little wobbled out. So I want to get those doctored up. Like this has been added on to. I've got another set of these mirrors. And on a short little side note, these mirrors, this camper painted like this factory. 1971 was the last year for it. Pretty common to see this style mirror on 71, 72 pickups, especially C20s, you know, that were meant for hauling a camper or towing, whatever they were doing with it when it was new. Kind of thought of as ugly, but I don't know, they grow on a guy. I've always liked them, and you see really well out of them. So we're keeping the mirrors on this thing. I've got another set out there that are 1971 painted. Again, by 72, they went to stainless only. So if we need some parts and pieces, like this is kind of bent, like it kind of got bumped into something, and again, it's kind of been added to on the other side. I think the glass is bad in one of them. So we're gonna put a good set of mirrors on it between the parts I've got and get them bolted on with matching. Yes, that one's fallen off there. And it's been broken and welded, and yeah, I think the other side's cracked. Yeah, that one's cracked over there. It's got a big split in it to where it's like, it makes you really can't see anything because this one points up, the top half of the glass points up, and the bottom half points down. So kind of a pain in the butt to see out of. So we'll get the mirrors doctored up, so we're getting them off the truck, which is gonna help with something else we're gonna do, which is gonna be the major thing to make this thing look better. We're gonna buff this old original paint. There's quite a bit of original paint here left on it. It's gonna buff out really nicely. I did a few test spots to show Gail, like, hey, this thing don't need a paint job, and that's expensive and time consuming. We can make it look good with the original paint it's still wearing and showed her. So we're gonna go over the whole truck and buff the whole truck out today. And windshield. It shows on camera here, but it is terrible. It's super cloudy and very cracked up and very tough to see out of. So we're gonna get that replaced. And so mirrors, windshield, paint, and oh yeah, I do have a better front bumper for it. It's got a big old crooked factory chrome front, and I've got a one here that's in a lot better shape. So yeah, short little list, but we got one day to do it. So true one-day transformation here, 71 C20. Let's get after it. Oh, almost forgot to. Door handles, replacing the door handle because it's broken. And if there's any extra time, I'm gonna replace that dash pad. All right, so I got the truck stripped down here. Got a few of the things off of it we're gonna be replacing or working on. So the bumpers, of course, you can see removed here. I've been kind of straightening the grill out. It was all kind of crunched in and trying to get it back towards a little bit straighter and looking a little bit better. It's kind of cool. It is the original 1971 grill. You can just see, where was it? Remnants. Oh, right there. See that? This black paint right here. Right there. It always is washed away. But a 1971, an early 1971 only thing is this portion of the grill right here is painted black. And now by today, almost all of them are always, again, washed away, no longer visible, or they were replaced with a 72 grill somewhere along the lines. And most people don't know that, but yeah, it's a 71 only thing, and it is a black stripe that runs around the grill like that. There's one of the differences between 71 and 72 that it's kind of hard to notice because a lot of trucks, again, aren't showing it anymore. But this one just barely has remnants of where it used to be. This is the gist of what I'll be using to buff it here. I got 3M compound. This is number 1, which is the heavy cut. This is a perfected line. This is kind of like body shop quality stuff for basically in the refinishing world to be used when the guy's wet sanding and whatnot. Works great for old paint as well too. I typically also use their heavy duty compound, which works really good in old paint, but also does cut pretty heavy. So this is number 1 here, and this is the number 2, the follow-up. I'll be using on this truck as well too. And if I run out of those, I got a little bit of Wizards here, finish cut as well. We're gonna try to kind of just knock and blast this one out. This isn't gonna be a triple stage process. Just getting a quick buff job and make this paint look as good as it can in a short period of time. I have already done a strew of mechanical work to this thing. She brought it to me, it was kind of running funny, it was missing, it needed a good tune-up done to it, so I did all that. And it needed oil change really bad, and transmission service extremely bad, so did all the fluids and vitals, got her tuned up, running back up to snuff again, and we actually ended up doing new exhaust on it because it had the wrong ram horn manifold on this side, had a 4-wheel drive, our earlier car straight dump with this plugged up heat riser and boogered up. This thing's cracked. It was just a leaking disaster. And it was burning the plug wires, the old ones. That's why I think it was missing. It was because they were all burnt up from the manifold, and we wanted to get that fixed up. So I put on our used manifold, correct with the 45 that of the 2-wheel drive trucks this era have. Yeah, oh, and removed kind of did a little bit to make the thing look better. It had this ginormous underdash AC, this aftermarket AC unit and compressor and just stuff all over the place underneath the hood. So removed all that, shed probably 100 pounds from the truck, and it was non-functional, of course, too. So just got rid of a bunch of dead weight, had a bunch of stuff up here, and got rid of that. So yeah, kind of did do some work to it to make it look a little better, but most of it pretty much was mechanical. So today is the makeover day. All right, check it out. Been buffing on this thing for the last couple hours, and it's coming out pretty good. Been good progress too. Good time. Trying to get this old girl looking sharp. Good makeover today. The paint is coming right back. We knew it would. It's original paint. Gotta love that color. It's not a very common color on these trucks. And funny enough, this is besides black and white and light yellow, this is the only color that is available from 1967 to 72. And you could actually still special order a brand new Chevy truck in this color today. Government used this color for multiple different things and whatnot. Sorry, I've got a bit of a stuffy nose and a cold. I probably sound all funny and not probably the best condition for storytelling, but cool color. Dark green, and looks even better, of course, paired with the white. And you can see it's coming right back there. I'll show you guys the before and after kind of shot on the hood up there. I want to show this. This came back really good. I'll show a before picture on this. So you can see there, it's real surface rusty, you know, little specks and whatnot. And you get close, you can still see them. They're there. They're ate away at the paint where they're at. But what's always cool about when you buff one of these old trucks is the compound also helps remove, you know, imperfections like that and really cleaned up the panel itself too. I wanted to show this, of course, here. This is also a 1971 only thing. It has a disc brake sticker. This was the first year disc brakes became standard on all models 10 through 30. So any half-ton, 3/4 ton, or 1-ton 2-wheel drives got disc brakes in the front, and any 4-wheel drive half-ton or 3/4 ton has disc brakes in the front. They've all got it. And they showed it with this little sticker here showing it off. It's kind of whittled away and whatnot. It was more like a kind of a caution looking like reflective silver, you know, in here. But cool sticker. And if you see that right away, boom, you know, 71 before you even see anything else on the rest of the truck. So still got some remnants of that sticker there. A lot of times they're even more long gone than that, but cool that it's there. This was always crazy, it always gets me. These colors, they do different things when they buff. I mean, this one really darkened up. I mean, look how light and chalky, almost like kind of army surplus green it was, you know, looking as it sat there all dull. But look at it all polished back. It's like a dark, deep, kind of like almost like a forest green in comparison to what it was fading out to. It's kind of funny because some of the colors will brighten up, some will darken up when they're buffed, and this one definitely darkened up and looks a hell of a lot better. You can see the primer and surface rust over here. It doesn't shine up as much, but it cleans up. Again, like I was saying earlier, the compound makes wonders of everything else, not just the paint. So, okay, I'm gonna get back inside up front and we'll keep plugging away at this thing. We're getting there. All right, so I got it back in the shop here, and I am putting a set of mirrors back on it with the ones that were on it, and that other set I had. I'm kind of using the best parts from both, so I think this is from the set was on it, and the lower arms that were kind of bent are from this other set I had, and again, a mirror, one of the heads from the other set. And I'm cleaning up this, excuse me, the pinch weld here, where the windshield goes, and getting all kind of prepped and ready. And can't help but keep staring at this dash pad. It looks terrible. And so I said, okay, let's go see if I got that dash pad out in storage. And I did. And it is green. And it's the correct color. So, well, we're going to add some else to the to-do list. We're going to put a dash pad in it, and it's going to look so much better. And it feels fitting. Well, this is out. Clean this up really good. Change this. New glass. It's going to make a whole new truck. Yeah, that's going to be quite the improvement. Let's get it installed. All right, well, that looks a hell of a lot better. And I'm trying to clean up this a little bit. It had a bunch of like melted and petrified candy bars and bugs and boogers down in there. So trying to clean up a little more and then get this window stabbed in it. But yeah, it's getting there. We're almost to the end of the day though, but we're almost done too. Been playing around with the mirrors. I had the other set I was talking about that had well, good heads that weren't broken. I kind of used a combination of both parts from both sets of white painted full camper mirrors. So got a good set put together. Just got to get the other one over there put on, and yeah, and get this dash tidied back up. Oh, I removed the radio. It was in the way of the center little nut on that dash pad. And I started looking. I mean, it had, let me see, this side. It had, it was particle board holding the radio up, and then more particle board holding the speaker above the radio up, and electrical tape, and the wiring was just a mess. And it didn't work because it wasn't even wired in anyways, power-wise and whatnot. So got rid of all that and did kind of declutter on the wiring harness, which is one of the things it did need that I've been meaning to do to it. So that was kind of nice. This is kind of funny here. Channel master, FM boost, and bypass. So the I haven't seen one of these before, or maybe I have. I'm just forgetting. But the antenna runs into this, and then it runs out of there into the back of the radio. So maybe got you some more channels. I don't know. You old dogs chime in and tell us about the channel master. They did just barely cut it, but it could be a lot worse. And most of the time it usually is. This truck actually was a radio delete truck. It didn't have radio factory, and hence also the antenna being drilled in the wrong spot, or just kind of the wrong kind of antenna in general. So maybe we'll get a radio delete put back in place too. That would look good, and we can get Gail some other form of tunes if she wants some. Speaker, or maybe we'll get a radio put in it, a Bluetooth or something like that. I'll talk to her about it. That's kind of next down the line if she wants to go for it. And then heater controls and going through the whole heat system. I don't think it works right, and that's something to get fixed basically. And her wiper's working intermittent, so I'm gonna see if it's just a fuse or wiring. But yeah, kind of next on the list is heater controls. Get those fixed up. They're stiff and they're broken. Someone's kind of patch repaired it before. They just need to be replaced. And maybe a radio. I'll talk to her about it. We'll see, because anything was, well, better than this junk that didn't work. All right, I got the better front bumper on, looking way better than it was before. Had a big old crooked smile. And we are ready to put this glass in. Chelsea and I got this really decent used glass here cleaned up. the new gasket on it. Rope is in place in the gasket. And I really kind of want to show you guys a nice in-depth video on this, but I have a feeling we're going to fight it because that gasket did not want to go on the windshield. And yeah, I'll see if we can get some clips of heroes putting this thing in. Lots of other glass tutorials on YouTube and whatnot. These are probably about one of the easiest ones to do. The non-trim with trim, like on Connor's truck there, could be a major pain in the butt and about a 3-guy operation if you're just an amateur installing glass. But we'll see we'll see how this goes here. Chelsea and I are gonna attack it. She'll be from the outside here on the stool, kind of applying gentle pressure and making sure things aren't moving around, and I'll be on the inside pulling the rope. Yeah, if I can show you guys any tips, I will. Oh, biggest tip is right now is get it warm. It's outside. It's a nice hot day. It's about 100 degrees out here in Washington. If it ain't 100, it's 99. And get that windshield warm. I've had it sit outside all day this whole time, and it's nice and warm and kind of malleable, and that really helps with install because when it's cold, they get brittle and then they want to crack. So warm helps. All right, so what I always try to start with on these, installing windshields on these trucks, is get the bottom lip in first. I have the rope ran to only about right there. It's kind of tied off, and it's not really super important, this section of rope. It's really important, the rope, to be on this section the way I do it. So I kind of get the bottom in first and get it started on that lip and down in there as far as I can go, and then work the rope around, kind of pulling the gasket and windshield into place. That's my method. Works pretty good. But there's many different ways to do it. Some guys go top in first, but I like to go bottom in first and then go from there. All right, so we've got this start on this bottom lip here from the outside. We're working with kind of little tools and picks and whatnot, and got the glass kind of pushed down onto this bottom lip. I got it started pretty good from the outside, but from the inside, you can see it needs to come down more. So I'm gonna run all the way across here and get this down over this lip. It's going down. We're getting there. We're making good progress. Things are happening. Again, right out here in the sun and the scalding hot heat. We're getting cooked, but it helps, so it's worth it. So I'm gonna get it pushed down nice and even all the way across around here, and I can start pulling my rope and working it in and all the way around the windshield. All right, just like that, roped into place. Fought it a little bit. This other corner over here is putting up a fight, and it's having a little bit of fitment issues up there. Pretty common. The best thing for it is do like today, nice and hot out, and let it cook and relax, and you can kind of come back out here a couple hours later and kind of push and move the gasket around, and usually get it to kind of go the rest of the way and sit 100% happy. So yeah, it's got a nice clear windshield in it, nice dash pad. This is like a whole new view, and when you're driving it, it's gonna feel like a whole new truck. So all right, getting to the end of this little makeover. I've just got a couple more things to do and finish up upon. Well, there it is. I tried filming over here where it was in the sun, but it's kind of breezy right now, so I'm using the building to block the breeze, so there ain't a bunch of wind noise on the camera, which is, well, always on my videos, but I'm trying there not to be. And between wind noise and me losing my voice, it may not be very fun to listen to this, so we're going to keep it short and sweet like the rest of the video. Here it is, and done after a one-day transformation. Now I gotta confess, we cheated a little bit. It didn't happen in a day. It would have happened in a day. I've got right over 11 hours in all this work. And if I would have got started earlier on Monday when I started on it, well, I could have got done in one day. So a true one day, long 12-hour shift transformation this was, but it took two. I made it take two. So yeah, and the other thing, you guys obviously probably just noticed that I cheated on this. I stole 2 wheels off of the shop truck, the Longhorn. It's out back, and and I think it's got a bad front wheel bearing, so I wanted to pull it off and check. And one of the things that was on the to-do list of this truck was to check out the brakes and make sure it was doing okay. And it is. They work good, but they're definitely below half-life. So next service, next time it comes in, will be time for some brakes and whatnot. And so I wanted to throw the wheels and tires on because, I mean, even after all this buff job and the windshield replacement, this was just still leaving a guy with, well, a lot to be desired. And this, well, I mean, look at it. Looks like a hot rod now. Went from being a dilapidated old farm truck to, you know, a boulevard cruiser, all thanks to some slot mags. You know, people say it all the time, wheels, paint, and stance, and that's what makes a rig. And look at it. It's right in front of us. Wheels, shiny paint. It's got some stance. It's got the hot rod rake. It's true. Any C20 can look this good with a nice set of mags and some fat tires. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video here on Gail's truck, the one-day transformation. He'll be having the OBS stock tires and wheels put back on this side. And of course, I got a few little things to do. I got to run a better wire to the HEI. It's got a tiny little dinky one, and run a metal fuel line up from the pump. It's got a rubber hose the whole way up, and it's just kind of all dangly. It needs a new fuel filter too. Top off the fluids, make sure she's good to go, and this one's ready for summer, ready to be back in action. And the driver can now see out the windshield after, of course, looking over the beautiful new dash pad. Oh yeah, interior I should kind of show real quick. Didn't do a whole lot in here, but I mean, it got a whole lot better with just the windshield being changed and the dash pad being swapped out. As I was saying earlier, maybe a Bluetooth radio, radio delete, and a speaker. I don't know, some work in here. And Gail's taking an upholstery class herself, so she wants to recover the seat. That is something else that'll help this thing out. Some more work to the interior, and it'll keep looking better. But yeah, we made a little improvement on that too. So love that color. It's just too good. Really, original paint really did come back. It's got lots of sheen and shine. Oh yeah, how could I forget? So here I am saying I'll make the video short, and I'm gonna start rambling on about this damn little thing. So when she first brought the truck to me, I was looking at this and I was like, man, will somebody spill some stuff over the side here? It was just like, it was almost like it was like grape juice, you know, or something. It looked like purple. And I was like, why is somebody spilling this thing? I'm like, whatever. It'll clean up with a good wash and a buff. I washed it before I buffed, and then it didn't wash off. I was like, oh, whatever. The buffer will take care of it. So I'm buffing over this, and the color's growing. So this paint, this is actually where the paint's worn off. The black is the primer. And if you look here, the green, you can kind of see it's got some hard etching into the green as well, too. And so I'm looking at it, you know, after buffing it and making it grow, and it's got the, you know, I'm like, what did do that? And I think I got it figured out. It's bird poop. There was some kind of big, I don't know, raven, condor, toucan, I don't know. Some kind of big jungle bird or hawk, eagle, turkey buzzard was nesting up here wherever the truck was sitting, whether it was here, its last home or spot, and was pooping over the side of this thing. And it tore the paint off a bit. It probably sat on there for too long. Probably sat on there for a year or two. Maybe this thing was sitting in a barn, you know, and had birds crawling over it. But somebody was making, you know, very regular poop passes at this pickup, and I'm pretty sure it was a big bird. So kind of funny. It's got some poopy patina. Oh yeah, and there's a little kind of shot of the mirrors. Kind of we did those back up and got those all doctored up, and another shot of that front bumper that we in a sense replaced with a less bent up and good used one. I mean, and I gotta say, you know, this is all done on a budget. You know, not a lot of money is involved. That's a used windshield we put in the headline around, new gasket, of course, and used, you know, better bumper. I mean, buffing don't cost the guy a whole lot of money. It just takes time. It's kind of elbow grease more than anything. So I mean, this is all done, you know, fairly quickly, fairly easily, and of course on a fairly reasonable budget too. So yeah, kind of cool in that sense. I wanted to show it in the sun real quick. The color pops even more, and the green shows quite nicely. Pardon for the wind noise and the breeze. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This one-day transformation, the 71 C20. If you guys are new to the channel, check it out. Gold City Trucks is what you're watching us on, and tons of other 67 to 72 videos on the channel. Check them out. Give them a watch. Give them a comment, like, subscribe even if you want to. Yeah, we appreciate it, guys. And as always, more 67 to 72 content soon.